What's up, everybody? EGC necks. They're really freaking cool. They're really hard to find and they're pretty expensive. I think these are going for 75 bucks right now on their website. So I wanted to do a kind of in-depth look at one of these necks and figure out if they're worth it or not from the perspective of a tech and someone who's working manufacturing of guitars, not aluminum necks, wood ones, but I think my experience will help you decide. So, this thing is 3.4 pounds. Oh wait, maybe it's 2.4, I don't remember. No, it's 3.4. It's really heavy. I mean, it's a solid chunk of aluminum. What do you expect? But, I have another buddy who has one of these installed on his guitar. This one I haven't yet. I'm still working on the neck pocket. But you'll see the whole build of this guitar. I've got a really sick Warmoth body for it. But like I was saying, I've got a buddy who's got one of these installed on another Warmoth body, and the thing has the best sustain of any guitar I've ever played. It's like there's an EBO built into it or something. It's absolutely crazy. So there was a little bit of an adventure to actually get this thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. The experience from my buddy who owns this wasn't exactly excellent, but my other friend that has one ordered his, I think a couple years ago, like before pandemic, and he didn't say anything about having any kind of issues. I probably should have asked him, but yeah, he didn't say anything about any issues getting it, just that it just takes forever, and that's kind of how it is. This is a custom built for the customer kind of situation. It takes a while. But the way they handled it, I didn't quite feel was... It definitely wasn't the way I would have handled it, I'll put it that way. So, this thing is brushed, and I do not think that it's finished with anything else, which means that fingerprints really show up, and it won't take too long for it to stain and look kind of dirty and worn in, which I think would look really cool. I like the look of old broken-in instruments. I think it's pretty rad. So, it is dead flat. I had a notch straight edge on it earlier, and I was trying to get my smallest feeler gauge, which is 0.0015 under it, and I couldn't. So it is dead flat, no relief. I like my necks with just a little bit so I can get a little lower action, especially for the bass side, but it'll still set up nice and low. It's a medium C neck. Let's see if I can somehow show that a little bit, if it'll focus. Kind of hard to... Oh, you know what, dude? Do I have that thing? I do have that thing. Check this out. I can set this thing. Let me get it all the way flat. Totally forgot I had this. This is cool. I was using this to measure Jackson necks so I could make some. There we go. It's a C. Check that out. This thing is so cool. Best however much I spent on that thing I've ever spent. I will say quality control, the looks of it looks great. The fret ends are not sharp, but they're not... I'm gonna have to do more. They're just... You know, this is gonna wear out your hand eventually. If you're one of the guys that plays against the edge of the board, this is gonna wear it out. These fret ends gotta be rounder. Same with the nut. It's done. They did something. It's not gonna cut you, but you know, if you're really getting into it and playing and going up towards the first fret a lot, it's eventually gonna wear out your hand and get really uncomfortable. If not, you know, start pulling off your skin. So I'm definitely going to round that over too, and this is going to be an adventure because I've never done this on a aluminum neck. The other thing is the frets are not perfectly level. The third fret's a little high, and I think there was a couple other ones. Let's go test that out in a second, actually. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's take a closer look at it. So one other thing that was kind of an issue was the inlays had a bunch of like epoxy sticking up, and it came off with fingernails, so you could just kind of pick it off. But, you know, a $750 neck, maybe that shouldn't, you know, but by the time they perfect that and do perfect fret ends and really nice level polished frets, you know, and round over the nut more, then you're looking at a lot more time, and you're going to have to spend, you know, maybe it'd be $1,200 by the time they do all that stuff. So if you're a tech especially, this stuff's no big deal. You can fix it all. Might be a little hairy the first time dealing with aluminum neck that's really easy to scratch, but you know, there is a little bit of a gap right here on the back side of the nut. Did a good job of, you know, facing it all the way forward. I'm not sure why that gap exists, but it does. The nut's pretty interesting looking. It's polished metal. It's pretty cool. Look at how they machined out the holes for the tuners. It looks really nice. I'm digging this look. So this hole, they must have just one program they use for every neck, which is totally understandable. It saves you time and money, or at least money. But check this out. This hole is not tapped. There's no threads in it. It's just open. But these ones that we're using with these tuners are, and these are Japanese Godos. Here you can see the little cutaway in here for, I guess, style and weight relief. Looks really cool. You can still see the machining marks. Makes it look more, I don't know. I think it looks cool. There is a little dip down here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. You can see it. There's a little dip going on there. There's another one up here. Let's try to get the right angle. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, right here. A little bit of a dip. Finish feels really nice, really consistent. So I'll put up on the screen now a copy of the text I got from the owner of this, explaining his experience and kind of frustration with actually getting this neck. So you can kind of read this on your own. You know, if I were to sit here and read it, it would take, you know, 5 minutes and everybody would be bored by the end of it. But yeah, man, overall, I think, is it worth the money? That's up to you. They're really heavy. If you have a light body, you know, it's going to be really unbalanced. It's not affected at all by temperature or humidity changes. They look really cool. They're getting kind of trendy with the Doom guys. I'm one of them. I think it's cool, man. If I could afford it, would I buy one? Absolutely. This thing is cool. Even with the flaws, even with the hassle to actually get it. Once you actually do, this thing's pretty freaking rad. So I'm going to be building this with a body. I'm going to be filming all of it, and you guys are going to see it. And hopefully by the end of it, I have it long enough where we can do a sound sample. I'm sure I could borrow it for a night to do a little sound sample and, you know, show you guys what it sounds like. But this thing's pretty rad, man. I'm pretty impressed with it. You know, it's got a few little things that are not great. I'm going to have to level the frets. I'm going to have to do the fret ends. I'm going to have to round the nut. I'm going to have to polish the frets. That's a lot of work, and it's a little sketchy on this, but in the end, look at this thing. Just look at it.